Tell me a little bit about your son, and when did you realize that there was something wrong? I mean, let's talk about his story a little bit.
So my son Remy is just the absolute cutest human. I might be slightly biased, but he's got me wrapped around his pinky. He's 7 now. So when he was about 10 months, we got referred to early intervention, which is, early services for kids who might have some sort of developmental delays. And even then, I sort of just like shook it off. I was like, I'm a pretty chill mom. I don't follow these conventional norms. Like, who cares about these arbitrary milestones? But then he got referred to genetics and neurology. And then we went for another 2 years of testing. So it wasn't until he was almost 3 that he got diagnosed with this rare genetic disorder called STXBP1. So you're sort of fucked when your child's disorder is named after the gene that's mutated. But so at that point, he was just starting to crawl at 3. He'd been doing, probably 40 hours worth of therapies every week. So the doctors told me that, due to the genetic mutation, they didn't expect him to talk. They didn't expect him to walk. He would have these Parkinsonian like tremors, severe to moderate cognitive disabilities, ataxia, apraxia. I mean, literally everything. So it was one of those, I certainly knew something was going on, but I had never imagined that it would be something so severe. So that sent us down a whole nother rabbit hole of Remy and I have gone all over the world looking for answers and meeting new doctors. And I've studied everything I could get my hands on, which led me obviously to cannabis, because especially when it comes to epilepsy, which that was another one of the diagnoses that they said that he would likely have intractable epilepsy. When it comes to epilepsy, that's the hardest thing for me about my son's diagnosis. I mean, watching your kid have seizures is truly one of the worst things I could ever imagine.
I have to echo that. I went through my oldest daughter went through childhood onset epilepsy that was adolescent onset epilepsy that really was just, I understand what you're saying. It's one of those things, one of the toughest things that a parent can do, because there's really, when they are seizing, there's nothing you can do except